How to sew a classic shirt. Sewing for beginners. Sewing tutorials supported by AngelaKane.com membership, sewing pattern sales and fan funding. Part 10. Sewing on the cuffs. This video will show you how to sew the shirt cuff to the sleeve, dealing with sleeve fullness with pleats or gathers, to top stitch or not to top stitch the cuff, and how to hand finish the cuff. The sleeve has to be gathered or pleated to get rid of some of the fullness in the width. I'm going for pleats, but it is a matter of choice. I have marked pleats on the pattern. I'm folding the pleats towards the sleeve opening. I have the pleats marked with the notches, so it is just a question of folding. Making a pleat and securing with a pin, like so. You can baste across if you wish. The cuff and sleeve seams should be about the same length now, leaving the 1-inch extension. This is our sleeve seam, so this is the back side of the sleeve. This is the top and front of the sleeve. The binding this side is folded under. The binding on this side is left pointing out, the extension side of the cuff. These are the pleats. So right sides together, pin the cuff to the sleeve. Match edge to edge carefully and pin. Pin the other end, about 1 inch from the end of the cuff, and pin carefully in between. Check underneath as you pin to make sure that the sleeve seam is open and flat and that the pleats are okay. Machine, making sure that this side of the cuff is free. The cuff is stitched on, and we now need to tuck the seam allowance in. Pay particular attention to the cuff ends. This is a very visible part of your shirt, so do your best to get it right. At the extension end, the seam allowance needs to be hidden away, folded along the stitching line. Have your iron at the ready and press when it is all looking neat and tidy. Press this seam up, tucking in the ends neatly. Again, the sleeve board is so useful for this job. Use your iron to accomplish a nice finish. This cuff is looking pretty good. We now have to decide how to finish this seam neatly. As I said before, on this polyester chiffon, I used top stitching as a finish. Top stitching is very useful for making edges look professional and crisp. But on this silk version, especially as it is a bold pattern, I like the non-top stitched effect. So good hand finishing is important here. Watch my video on attaching the collar for a guide to slip stitching. You can't beat hand finishing. It doesn't take long and makes a big difference. We will finish this lovely classic silk shirt in the next video. All that is left to do is to finish the hem, stitch buttonholes, sew on buttons, and it's done. Buttons, buttonholes and sewing the hem are the topics of the next and final video in this series. This easy PDF shirt pattern can be purchased from my site, and of course it is one of the many sewing patterns included with membership. Join for everything or shop for individual patterns. For news of up-and-coming videos, please subscribe to our channel. Thank you very much for watching.